Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to this very early edition of Cricket Happenings show today. Well, dear fans and subscribers, yesterday I would be liking to thank all my dear friends and subscribers on the Cricket Happenings show for the overwhelming response yesterday to the India versus Bangladesh one-day international match. So thank you very much. And well, just starting off from here, well, as far as today is concerned, today I'm going to talk about the second day's play in the second test match between West Indies and New Zealand at Port of Spain in Trinidad, where West Indies for the first time in this series they finished off on a strong note. They are 89 runs to the lead. They are 310 for 5. We saw a century for Darren Bravo for the first time that he has actually scored at home, because all his centuries, this was his sixth test century, and all the centuries that have come abroad. So that really is a mark of a great player. There's no doubt about it. But Darren Bravo yesterday went on to make a century, and that would have, and he was pretty happy about that. He was pretty pumped up, and why not? That was scored in the West Indies for the first time, and we all know that Darren Bravo is a great player. And then there was a maiden century for Kirk Brathwaite, who went on to score 129. So a maiden century for Craig Brathwaite, who made 129 with 13 boundaries, and Darren Bravo making 109 of 155 balls, 11 fours and 4 sixes, and that was what enabled West Indies. In fact, this was the third wicket partnership. The fourth wicket partnership yielded 182 runs, and that's the precise reason West Indies went into the lead against New Zealand on the second day, finishing at 310 for 5 wickets when bad light stopped play. New Zealand, as you know, were all out for 221. Well, so I'll be talking about that, and then I'll also have some look at some cricket news. So first, what I'm going to do is let's talk about the game. Yesterday, the first wicket to go, I already spoken about that on my Cricket Happening show update, that Sulaiman Ben was the early goner, as he was the night watchman, was dismissed pretty early. After that, there was a sort of a counter punching started, especially by Kirk Edwards, who really played in one-day mode, cracking strokes pretty nicely from his willow. And also at the other end, Brathwaite was a more compact and a more technically perfect player, was biding his time at the crease. But as far as Kirk Edwards was concerned, the strokes were cascading from his blade, and he hit a very good sixes. He used his feet very well to the spinners. He deposited Mark Craig, the off spinner. In fact, they had a sort of a plan against Mark Craig, who really had them in a real spin in the last test match, in the first test match. But in the second test match, well, Kirk Edwards decided that attack is the best form of defense. He went after Mark Craig in a big way. He also deposited sixes of the other bowlers too, but Kirk Edwards was the one who was rattling along, and that partnership was a very good partnership. In fact, if you look at it, for the third wicket, they took the score from 16 for 2 when the Sulaiman Ben, the night watchman, fell to 109, and that was thanks in the main to this attacking partnership that happened, but Kirk Edwards totally dominated proceedings by cracking 55 of 64 balls, 7 fours and 3 sixes. At the end, Brathwaite was pretty sedate, I would say, leaving all the scoring to Kirk Edwards, and Kirk Edwards went on to pick up his 50. So his contribution of 55, and after that, Sodhi was the one who actually broke that partnership when he had him caught behind for 55. So that made the score 109 for 3, and after that there was a real frustration for the New Zealanders, as New Zealand would have not expected that, with Darren Bravo not in some good form, but definitely, as he said, that he took a lot of tips from the former great player Brian Lara, and he actually inducted that, and he also attributed his sixth test century to Brian Lara's advice, and this is what experience can do for you. Brathwaite, he was there with him, but Darren Bravo, well, he also continued the attacking innings that Kirk Edwards played by hitting a few sixes. In fact, he deposited Sodhi for 3 sixes in a space of 9 balls. He also went after Mark Craig, and as you know, Darren Bravo, when he plays, it's like it's absolute poetry in motion, because he's a classical mold batsman, and he really entertains the public to no end, and every stroke of his is whether he actually defends the delivery or he actually drives, he either pulls, cover drives, whatever it is. Darren Bravo is a real treat to watch as far as Test cricket is concerned. So at the other end, Craig Brathwaite, as I said, he was taking his time, but he was also playing some very, very good strokes. Mostly one saw that Craig Brathwaite was more very, very strong on the on-side. As far the off-side strokes were concerned, it was not much, I would say. But this partnership really rose to great lengths for the West Indies, as they added 182 runs for the 4th wicket to really ensure that that West Indies would be taking the lead in this second Test match, and that's what they precisely did. And it augurs really well as far as the Test match outcome is concerned. And then finally, it took Trent Boult with the new ball to strike, as Craig Brathwaite was sent back to the pavilion. As I said, it was his maiden Test century, and what a century to get in. And also I heard that the Queen's Park Oval, Trinidad in Port of Spain, saw its first century after a gap of 5 years. So that was something that happened. And Brathwaite's contribution was 129 with 13 boundaries. After that, in fact, before that, Bravo was the victim. Bravo was also gone. Bravo was dismissed after getting his 6th Test century, the first century that Darren Bravo was actually hit at home. He was gone after making 109 with 11 fours and 4 sixes. And then finally, when Bat Light stopped play, Chandrapal was not out on 4, and The Rock and Kemar Roach was not out on not. 310 for Y was the West Indies tally at the close on the second day of the second Test match between West Indies and New Zealand at Port of Spain in Trinidad. And as far as the bowling figures were concerned, Trent Boult, 21 overs, 5 minutes, 30 runs and 2 wickets. I thought he bowled pretty well. Tim Southee, 22 overs, 6 maidens, 1 for 60. Mark Craig, 19 overs, 2 maidens, none for 81. Nisham Boult, 10 overs for 59, was costly. Swadhi, 12 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 57. Kane Williamson, 7 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 18. But one really what one saw here is that the West Indies bowlers did a pretty good job on the first day. But as far as the second day's play was concerned, New Zealand bowlers couldn't really recreate what the West Indies did. So it was all a matter of actually bowling in the right areas. And I thought that was something lacking as far as the New Zealand bowling was concerned. But West Indies would be pretty happy with this effort here. 89 runs in the lead. There's more to go. There is still a lot of batting to come. They still have the debutant Jermaine Blackwood in the hut, and it will be interesting to see how Jermaine Blackwood goes. So it will also release a pressure on a person and on a batsman like Jermaine Blackwood, who is making his Test debut. He can breathe freely. Probably he can also get the freedom to play his strokes, because West Indies are in a very good position. So if that is the case, of Blackwood is someone who would be looking forward, and I'm sure Blackwood would be relishing this opportunity to actually play the New Zealand bowlers on a very good situation for the West Indies. And also we have Dinesh Ramadhin, the wicketkeeper batsman, still to come. So he's also a very very good bat. He's also an 100% batsman. And then they have the tail-enders, Jerome Taylor and Shannon Gabriel, to come. So probably West Indies would be eyeing, they would be probably thinking that Shunnar Chandrapal, who is right now at the crease as like a rock as he plays, and if Kemar Roach could also, could get a bit of runs. So basically they had another night watchman, the second night watchman coming on the second day here. And if they could really prolong it further and probably even get a lead of 200 runs, we still could say that West Indies would be pretty pleased with that effort that they would be putting. But definitely there's a lot of still some real batting to come here, and New Zealanders have to really up the ante here, in the sense they have to really pull up their socks. One good thing in the favor of New Zealand, according to me, as going in the third day, is that they have the new ball. The new cherry is absolutely fresh, so they could probably they could fancy that they could pick up the wicket of the night watchman Kemar Roach pretty early, and then have a dig at Chandrapal and run this. So I think on Jermaine Blackwood probably. I would rather say that under these circumstances, I would rather not say that Jermaine Blackwood, who is a Test debutant, should not be coming to bat. That's my feeling, because Jermaine Blackwood is just making his Test debut, so he needs to breathe. Even though West Indies are in a good position, what one requires is that Blackwood is a debutant. So I would rather say that if Kemar Roach, there is a wicket falling, then I would prefer Dinesh Ramadhin, the West Indies captain, to walk in, because he is the one who is more experienced, and he's the captain of the team, so he'll play with more responsibility, and he will also tackle the new ball well. But one does not know what the West Indies think tank is thinking about it. This is my opinion purely on this Cricket Happening show. Jermaine Blackwood, I wish him all the best. but Jermaine Blackwood, I think, should not be coming in even if an early wicket is falling on the third day. But as I said, the only reason that I'm telling you that is because this is a new ball. There'll be a dew factor, there'll be movement in the morning, and I think Jermaine Blackwood should be preserved and Dinesh Ramadhan should be walking in. Well, we will know what happens when the 4 days play starts, and when a wicket falls. That is the time one would know what exactly is happening at the Queen's Park Oval, Trinidad in Port of Spain. So that's as far as that particular match is concerned. Now we are going to have a look at some cricket news pretty quickly here, and as far as cricket news is concerned, one news which is coming in is as you know, Pakistan would be Pakistan and Australia will be clashing in the United States, and what Australia have done is Australia have roped in the former spinner Muthia Muralidharan to join the Australian coaching staff, which is pretty good news. So the spin legend is going to be joining and is going to be mentoring the Australian team, which is very good news. In fact, the news that one gets from Australia is that Muralidharan is already in Australia. He's been coaching the spinners, especially Nathan Lyon, and in fact it seems that he's really making Nathan Lyon really work hard, and probably one could see that Nathan Lyon would be having a carom ball in his armory. And carom ball is something, as you know, Ashwin bowls, and Ajantha Mendes of Sri Lanka bowls, Sunil Narine bowls. So Murli is busy coaching, and the reason that they are doing that, because they know that they have the world's best spinner to actually negotiate when Pakistan would be playing on Australia in the form of Saeed Ajmal, the Rana Mafi, and as far as India, they struggled against the spinners, as you know. So that's the precise reason Muthia Muralidharan has been roped in by Australia, and he's, as I said, he's under a lot of training. Nathan Lyon, the Rana Mafi spinner, is going to be is the one who's been really coached in a very big way, and Muthia Muralidharan has pretty well mentioned that don't be surprised if Nathan Lyon comes up with the carom ball in the test matches against Pakistan. So that is something that I would like to talk about. Now the other cricket news that I would like to talk about here, dear fans, friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings, is there are some news. As you know, cricket nowadays has become pretty commercial. There's a lot of money into it, and a lot of betting goes on, and the one thing that corruption is something in cricket, and that is not really tolerated. As ICC has already mentioned it, it's absolutely a step in the right direction, and what ICC has done is they have come up pretty hard. Now Mohammad Ashraful from Bangladesh, as you know, was guilty of actually involved in the Bangladesh Premier League. He was involved in some taking money, and Mohammad Ashraful, who was he had still some lot of cricket left in him, and it was pretty surprising that this career is gone. He was such a wonderful player, and that was the time I thought that Mohammad Ashraful, the Bangladeshi player, was really slowly hitting some form. And here we find Ashraful, due to the wrongdoing that he did, he has been banned for 8 years by Bangladesh. He has been banned for 8 years from cricket. So that essentially means that Mohammad Ashraful's cricket career is it's all finished. So it's all over for Mohammad Ashraful, the Bangladeshi former player. Now the other thing that it's coming from the England Cricket Board, who have come down pretty heavily on a bowler called Naved Arif. Now Naved Arif actually plays for the English County Cricket League. He plays for Sussex, and Naved Arif has pleaded guilty to some match fixing charges, and in fact Naved Arif has not only been banned for a number of years, but he has been banned for life as far as cricket is concerned. So he will never ever play cricket again. So Naved Arif has also lost an opportunity, and Naved Arif also has been banned from international cricket for life. So well, dear fans and subscribers, as I said, there is absolutely no room for any corruption in cricket. Cricket has to be played in a clean and in a very nice manner. Let me tell you, cricket is a very gentlemanly game. One has to be very truthful as far as cricket is concerned. But because of cricket getting more and more commercial, we have all these problems cropping up. But well, that's the way of life. Life goes on in such a manner. Cricket, everything is something which is happening. But well, one can only pray that cricket remains a gentlemanly game of cricket. and gentlemen play the game of cricket, and it's absolutely away, and I'm really very happy as far as the international cricket is concerned, that they are coming up pretty heavily on as far as match fixing is concerned. Well, dear fans subscribers, on this note, one thing I would like to say, your dear friends subscribers, I know you have been really enjoying my cricket show. You have been I've been getting an overwhelming response from you people. Really thank you from the bottom of my heart here. But let me tell you, dear fan subscribers, you wouldn't be actually seeing me from the Cricket Happening show. Tomorrow will be my last Cricket Happening show before the break. I'm giving you all a heads up here, dear fan subscribers, so that you're not really disappointed. I know many of the people love me on my Cricket Happening show, and why not? I too have the great pleasure in bringing you this Cricket Happening show. But as I said, there are a lot of things to do. As in life, you have a lot of other things to do too. But unless and until cricket becomes a paid profession for me, that is something. And the reason that I'm telling you that, dear friends subscribers of Cricket Happenings, is that I would be away. There's going to be a break on the Cricket Happening show. Tomorrow will be my last Cricket Happening show before the break, and the reason that's going to happen is, very sadly, I'm going to leave you. I know I will be definitely keeping myself abreast of all the cricketing developments around the globe, but I wouldn't be able to do my Cricket Happening show for probably you're looking. I mean, I'm just giving you a rough year. The reason being that I'm actually shifting. I'm shifting to a new place. So as you know, shifting involves a lot of things. You'll have to move a lot of things, a lot of work to be done. You have to get the house in order, a lot of things to be done. So unfortunately, I wouldn't be there to entertain you on the Cricket Happening show from Friday. So from Friday, we are looking at probably, let's just give us a window of probably 5 days. But if things really go, I get my connection right and everything goes well, you will see me. So keep your eyes glued on Cricket Happening show. I'm definitely there tomorrow, but I'm all giving you all an heads up here as far as the Cricket Happening show is concerned, that you won't be seeing your host Ram from Friday onwards on the Cricket Happening show, probably for 3 or 4 days. But I will see how things are. If at all I do get time and I can squeeze out time, I'll definitely do it. I don't even mind doing it at night. I can probably come late at night and do this Cricket Happening show, so that's not a problem. But definitely, I will definitely make an effort, because I know, dear fans and subscribers, you all love my cricket show, and well, I'm also pretty grieved to do that. But I can't sleep without doing my Cricket Happening show for 1 day. But well, that is what it is. Life is what it is. So one has to look after other things too. Household chores are also something pretty important, unfortunately. That's the thing. So from Friday onwards, probably for 3 or 4 days, you wouldn't be seeing me. But after that, once again, I'll be back in full glory as far as the Cricket Happening show is concerned. Well, dear fan subscribers, it has been a great pleasure bringing you this Cricket Happening show early this morning because of my lot of other commitments that I have today. Thanks for your company, and thanks for keeping a very good eye on Cricket Happening show, and thanks for your tremendous response, your patience, and also all your tremendous contributions to the cricket show. Keep it going, and I'm very happy to know that you are my dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happening. But you'll definitely see me tomorrow, dear fans and subscribers. Tomorrow will be my last Cricket Happening show before I'll be going for a break, because I'll be shifting to a new house. Thanks for your company, and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram will see you tomorrow. Thank you.